What's going on, guys? It's been like a week or so since I made a video. There was a fire up here, and I was close to an evacuation zone, but it wasn't like mandatory where I was at. Pretty crazy though. I got some pretty. I only took a few pictures because I had to go to work and stuff. But that's the hill that I normally like. I'm always outside in the backyard, and I can oversee that mountain right there. So that's some smoke. You can see that smoke back there. That's probably like a mountain away, as far as like where the fire was located in regards to where I am. There was a giant like plane dumping fuel, or not fuel, dumping water and like retardant and stuff. That thing was huge. It looked like it was going slow, but it was actually moving pretty fast. And it was just big because it's just a big tanker. I forgot what exact model or whatever it is. And then there was a smaller one that was dropping water. So the big one was dropping retardant, like the PFAS, the red stuff, and this one was dropping water. But yeah, it was pretty insane. Anyways, before that even happened, I ordered a bunch of crap, and I ordered a TCR valve for this, which I already installed. And I took it outside and started shooting it, and it seems to be working fine. I need to, power tune it, but it does have the TCR valve in here now. And this Tipex was kind of giving me shit for the past couple days, or like months, really. I don't know why, but it worked perfectly fine when I first bought it. This is the one I got from discountpaintball.com. It was used, so it worked perfectly fine when I got it. And then I put this remote line adapter on here, and then it just started going bonkers, like not wanting to fire. It had air in it, but when you pull the trigger, it would just make like a noise, like it was plugged or something. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. So this one works completely fine. I removed the valve, the original stock valve from this Tipex, and I threw it in here. And then I took this valve, and this is that valve. This one was slightly damaged. This firing valve actuator, I think it's called, this little rectangle piece. It had a little bit of like damage on the old one, so I switched it out. I put new O-rings and stuff in it. It still was kind of acting weird, so this Tipex valve that was in here is now in here, and this one's actually working good now. And I just took it outside. I hooked up the remote line to it, and it seems to be working fine. I obviously have to power tune it and stuff, but just I think I turned this velocity adjuster back. I maxed it out, and then I turned it back 1.5 turns. And on the CO2 tank, which was kind of low pressure, it only has like 90 grams of CO2 left in it. It was getting like 330 feet per second, which isn't stellar, but I know that this works because other issues I was having was it was leaking air somewhere, and I figured out where it was leaking. One of the brass pipes that feeds the air from here to here, specifically this one, there was a tear in the O-ring, so I switched out that O-ring, and now it's working fine. Hopefully it stays like that, fingers crossed. But yeah, this one, never had problems with this one. This is the one that was a TPX. Sent it into Tippmann. They gave me new parts and stuff because this stuff was like outdated. They gave me a new cap, a new puncture valve, a new regulator. I believe that was all they gave me, and I think like bolt spring or something. But yeah, these work good now. I had to power tune them. I'll make a video later in the future showing you. I'm sure you guys have already seen. But I also want to try, like, you probably already seen the differences between the TCR valve and the Tipex valve, the speeds and stuff. Typically I've seen TCR valves in the Tipex with like a good barrel, like a 11-inch, 12-inch barrel, or 8-inch barrel, hitting like 50 joules because of the TCR valve. This guy with the Tipex valve, like the stock Tipex valve, with the 8-inch barrel or with like an 11-inch barrel or something like that, I get in between 36 to 40 joules with the CO2 remote line attachment hooked up, or even with just a 12-gram CO2, maybe like 37 joules. With a stock barrel, it's probably like 35, maybe 30 tops with the stock barrel and the 12-gram CO2 and the valve adjuster, the velocity adjuster open up completely maxed out. you probably get like 30 joules. But I want to make a video with the stock barrel, the A5 barrel, the TCR barrel, this barrel, and that Custom Products A5 684 bore size barrel. So I have like 5 different barrels because all these barrels can fit the Tip-X, and they can fit my Byrna TCR, and they can fit my A5. So I have like a total of like 5 or 6 different barrels, different lengths, different bore sizes, etc., etc. I want to try just to see which barrel works the best in these, and I'm not going to mess with the velocity adjuster or anything, but that'll be a later video. This is just plans. So some of the stuff I ordered before the big old freaking fire over here, I ordered some 1/2-inch ball bearings. I have like 60 of them left, or 70 left, but I have them kind of like scattered out in different little areas. So my little reservoir, little bottle where I keep everything, it's not low, but it's less full than I feel comfortable having. So you can get these on Amazon. I got like 200 of them for like $16.50 or something. It's ridiculous. So yeah, these are the really heavy 8.4 gram steel ball bearings. Pretty much use them in the HTP 50s. And then I picked up some more aluminum 2.7 gram alien play aluminum balls, 50 caliber aluminum balls for the HDR 50 and for these. But yeah, my reservoir is kind of running low, so I restocked on those guys. And then I'm really digging the Alien Play aluminum balls, the 7.2 gram Amazon aluminum balls. So I think my original bag, I have like 50 left or something like that. So I picked up another 100 of these guys. So I have plenty of 68 caliber aluminums. I have a crap ton of 50 caliber metal balls. And I mostly just use these for target practice or for like joule ratings, because I typically get better joule readings with heavier ammo. So this is the A5 spring. I have to cut this to fit, but it's 0.7 millimeter wire gauge, and I think it's like 305 millimeters long, and it's 5 millimeter width, like the outside diameter. The width of it is 5 millimeters. I have to, check it out, cut it, and all that stuff. But I'm pretty stoked to see. I'm gonna see what this does on the A5 if I get better results or whatever with it. So pretty much right now I'm getting dependably like 22 joules with the A5 and the heavy spring that I bought from the paintball kit. I don't know if this is gonna do any better, but I'll give it a shot. And I can cut that into like at least 2 springs for the A5. I might be able to make 3, but I know for sure I'll be able to make 2 out of this, like, easily. And then I have the stock detents in my HDB, the giant shotgun thing. And this was the 7.5 joule version. I pulled the valve block out, which is a very, very easy basic mod you can do to this. And only recently I've seen people saying that the detents are really crappy. It's just kind of a plague with the Umarex products, where they have really good performance and stuff, but some of the internal pieces are like crap. So these I've already made replacement detents, and a detent holds the ball in the chamber, so it doesn't just like slide out the barrel if you hold the marker down. So my HDB detent is still fine, but I did want new ones, and I've contacted East Coast Less Lethal a few times, but he was, kind of busy, or he had stuff going on, and I didn't want to keep on like pressing him, like, hey man, do you have these? Like, I don't want to bother people. But a couple weeks ago, I contacted him, and he said, yeah, he has them, the HDB 68 detents. So a big thank you to East Coast Less Lethal. He sent me 3 detents, and really cool guy. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I got 3 new detents. I'm probably going to shoot this more often now, since I have replacement parts for it. And a while back, I bought a new valve, CO2 valve for this, because this is like a 3rd gen, the crimped bullshit one. So I bought a good one from John Reynolds, and I also have a good valve valve for the HDR, the big revolver, the Boss Hog. I have a new valve for that also. I bought that like 2 months ago, and I've just been waiting to install them when I need to do maintenance on these. I haven't really shot them very much because of those issues. I knew the valve's going to blow out on either of these at any point, but I also know that the detent is going to go bad on this. Right now it works fine, but I'll probably either make a video of me installing this or do a rundown of how to pull the valve block out and install this, and then like random maintenance, you know, greasing the O-rings and stuff like that. It's just future videos I have in the near future. And yeah, so yeah, pretty stoked. TCR valve works. I need to, you know, still power tune these. I got a bunch of ammo for these guys, and for the HDR 50, you know, the little 50 cal little cousin of the giant Boss Hog revolver. And then I got, you know, these alien plays, which is pretty much for like everything. The TCR for the HDB, for the Tip-X, for the salt supply. I don't have Joel V2s or Joel V3s, and I don't have the Home Wrecker, the 4.5 gram steel core PVC coated balls. I should probably get some of those. I was going to get the Grimberg ones, but then when I was actually going to order them, they stopped selling their 50 pack of like the 50 pack of the Joel V3s. I don't know if he'll get them back anytime, but if he does, I'm probably going to snag some of those up because I have seen pretty damn good results with those. And I still kind of want to get the Riot Balls, the 9.9 gram Riot Balls. I do have the 11 gram ones, but I have to use certain barrels because they're so big. The 11 gram ones are, I'm pretty sure it's a 1/2 inch ball bearing and it's coated in rubber. But the bore size is kind of large, averaging like 691 or 689. So they kind of have a hard time going through these barrels. And I don't really want to try it in this because I've seen in comment sections that the barrel on this and the HDX, the pump action T4E shotgun, that the barrels have a pretty small bore size, like 6.84 probably. Because yeah, I've seen that sometimes people will shoot Burna Connects to them and they just get stuck. So I'm staying away from using Riot Balls, the 11 gram rubber ones that I have. I'm not going to use it on this, but definitely going to be using it on these and switching out barrels and stuff so they fit better and they don't get stuck. But yeah, guys, that's just an update. I have power now at the house. It was off for like 3 days and came back on Friday night, I think. And yeah, everything's cool. Fire's out. For the most part, I think it's like 40% contained, but there's a lot of houses lost and stuff in a city like one city down from me. It's pretty sad. So yeah, I think they lost like 150 houses or something like that. Pretty shitty. But yeah, that's what happens when you get a random spark and 50-mile-an-hour gusts or 60-80-mile-an-hour gusty winds and stuff. That's just part of living out here in SoCal nowadays. The past 10 years, fires didn't used to be this bad, but now they're pretty bad. But anyways, guys, that'll be it, and I'll have videos with all this crap later in the future. So have a good one.